Hi everyone, I'm Janneke and welcome back to my channel's Books and Stitches. This video will be all about cross stitch and I have a lot to show you. First of all, thank you to everyone. Oh, 1 minute. Yeah, thank you to everyone who left comments last video. A lot of people gave advice about different editing programs I could try, so I will be trying one of them this video. If you see pictures pop up, then it is working. If not, I'll try a different one next month and hopefully we'll figure it out. Um, so yeah, I have a lot to show you. I have decided to get a whole new like plan slash schedule slash goals thing for my cross stitching from now on. So there is that. I have a new start and a finish. I also have some haul, and I also can't remember if I actually showed you my new start from last month, because I started a project in July that should have been in my July video, but like a couple of weeks after that video I was like, did I ever actually show that? Because I can't remember talking about it. So that might also be new for you, or you might have already seen it. We'll figure it out. Let's just start at the start, right? I'll just grab whatever is on top. Let's start with my finish. So this is Sweet Bee. It is a pattern by Stitch Rovia. I am stitching this for my mother in memory of my grandfather because he was a beekeeper. And yeah, it is finished now. I did a lot on this one. I did the entirety of this block and this block in August. So I'll show you that a bit up close. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This was so much fun to do. If I were to do it again, I would definitely do it over two because I don't like having to pierce the fabric. But this was the first project I ever did with quarter stitches, so I didn't know about that yet. But yeah, I love it. I'm just gonna check how many stitches I did. So in August, I did 2,334 stitches on this. I really focused on this because I wanted to get it finished. I usually did one block a month, but this month I decided I was so close to finish, I would to do two and get it finished. So yeah, I absolutely love this. So now I just need to get it framed and then we'll go to my mother. And yeah, it's amazing. I love it. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I guess I'll go over my change in plans first so that I can like elaborate with each project that I'm showing you. So previously I set like a goal for each project that I wanted to get done each month. So for example, with Sweet Bee, it was like one block a month. But I've noticed that that is kind of like stressing me out because I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna finish my goals on time? On the one hand, and on the other hand, I'm usually have like a week left over and I'm like, what should I do now? What do I do with my time? I hate making decisions. And also with some of my newer projects, they don't have as clear-cut goals as the older ones, because like at the beginning of the year I made these goals of like a certain percentage or a certain like area, like a block that I would do each month. But with the new projects, I don't know how much I want to do in a month, or they don't have like blocks I can do, and like it's becoming more stressful than helpful, I think. So I've decided to switch it up, and I am going to do it based on the amount of days I work on something. I've seen some other stitchers do this. I think Stitching Mommy does this. There's a British cross stitcher who I watch and love who does this. She has like 5 projects that she treats like this throughout the month. I can't come up with her name. I will try and look it up and put it in the description below. But she does a lot of Chris Dunn patterns, and she has like, yeah, she does it as well. Like she has, I'm gonna work so many days on this project in a month, this month, so many days on this project. It's mostly inspired by her. So I have made a little schedule of how long I will work on each project. It's just the first letters of the project title. So I've made one for like months that have 30 days and months that have 31 days and even February. So that is going to be my goal from now on. But I have decided to divide it into 7. So if you've watched me before, you know that I have 6 projects on the go at a time, and I won't have a new start until I finish one of these. My sister has recently asked me to stitch her something, and I really want to do that and give it some priority considering it's a gift. So I've decided to make it 7 projects now, and the daily like divide helps with that as well, to make sure that I give everything the time I want to give it. So as I pull up the projects, I will tell you how many days I'll work on it. So first of all, let's show you my major big Disney project, my BAB, that is hopefully someday gonna get finished, but honestly, not crossing my fingers because it is enormous. This is what it will look like when it's finished. I absolutely love it. This is one where you should hopefully see pictures, because I've moved the hoop in the last month, and I don't move the hoop unless a page is finished. So I can't really show you all that I worked on. So hopefully you will see a beginning picture of the month, and then a picture without the hoop, so that you can see like the finished area as well as the starting picture of the new area. And then this is where I'm at now. This is what I'm going to start working on today. I finished like this page with the hats, which hopefully you'll see a picture of. That was a really annoying page, to be honest, because there was like, it's like this little mouse in the, you can't see it here because it's like exactly here, but it's like so little that there's no detail. You can barely recognize what it is, but it's so much ninja stitches because it is so small. So like you can maybe kind of see it on here, but it is, oh, wrong side. I don't know if you can see it. It's like around here, and it is so tiny. Like even on this picture, I can't really recognize it for what it is. So let alone on the cross stitch project. But besides that, it was fun. But that particular section was really annoying because I don't mind the ninja stitches as long as it like turns into something beautiful, like Dumbo's eye, which you can kind of see here. Had a lot of ninja stitches as well, and I also did like doing that, but like I loved the way it turned out, so I was okay with it. But yeah, I didn't really like the little mouse on his head, but besides that, I really enjoyed it. And now I'm working here, so I am going to be working on this section, this page, which is fun. I am really happy to like get a bit of Snow White's arm in. A lot of it is still like this frame, like the last page, but it is now also her arm, which is so exciting. So yeah, I am very happy with my progress on this. I did 1,679 stitches. I'm now at a total of 55,445, which is 8.36%. So a long way to go still, but I do absolutely love the way this looks. Like this is just such a work of art to me. This is done on 25 counts, easy counts. Yeah, I love it. So I'm gonna be working on this 7 days each month because of the size, and I do want to get it finished at some point. I really want to put a lot of time into this. So this is the project that has by far the most days. It has a full week. I will probably split that up into 2 because I get bored of it after a bit. So I'll probably do like 3 days and 4 days later on in the month. But yeah, this is gonna get 7 days each month to hopefully get some real progress in there. Yeah, I love it. This is also what I'm going to be working on next. So starting today, it's gonna get a start on its 7 days. I hate making decisions, so I have all my whips on a wheel. But in this case, my mom picked this one because I was like, oh, I'm gonna start a new one of these projects tomorrow. Which one do you want me to work on? And she's like, oh, I want you to work on this knee, because she absolutely loves this one because it's so tiny. Like, yeah, she stitches too, but I don't think she's ever stitched 25 counts, definitely not 1/1. So she's just like so impressed by how tiny the little crosses are, so she always loves seeing this one. So I was not at all surprised she chose this one, but that's fine because 7 days, it will be nice to make a start on that. So that is my first WIP. It's gonna be a mess, probably gonna fall down, but I'll clean it up afterwards. Next is my botanical saw from the Steady Thread. I've not worked on that this month because I was up to date at the beginning of August, and I prefer to have like a couple of blocks at a time that I can work on. So my preference goes to having 6 blocks at a time, and there just weren't that many released yet, but I will show you quickly anyway. So this is what it looks like. This is a black work project by the Steady Threads. It has one little hexagon that gets released each week. Let me pull it open. And I do really enjoy this. There isn't much to stitch for considering it's only one hexagon a week. So I've only given this 3 days because I'm pretty sure I can just keep up to date if I give this 3 days a month. But I do really enjoy this. I think it looks so pretty. It looks very dainty to me. This is done on 18 counts. I use 5 different colors in this. I use 330, I believe, for the brown hexagons, then 319 for the green, and then I use 3 different purples in it. I don't remember from the top of my head which ones. I think 550 is one of them, and like 206 or 208 or something along those lines. If you want to know, let me know and I will look it up and give you the actual numbers. So yeah, I haven't worked on that, so there's not much more to tell you, but that is also one of my projects, and that is in a project bag by Antina Stitches. So like I said, that will get 3 days. Then my next piece is my fairy tale collage. Let me look it up in my notebook. I have notes now to like show you how much I've worked on it, and so far I love it. So my fairy tale collage is 9 soda stitch patterns that I have combined into one. Soda Stitch has these patterns of different fairy tales. They have more than 9, but these were my 9 favorites. So I put them like this. It will go together. The borders will all be the same color to make it like more cohesive. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I have already finished the Nutcracker and Little Red Riding Hood, and I'm working on Rapunzel right now. So I did 2 blocks of it this month. This is the one WIP where I'm like, I kind of want to follow my goals, but obviously I can't follow my goals with only this WIP and days with the rest. So I'm just hopeful that in the days that I've allotted it, I will still get like 2 blocks done each month, because yeah, I really love the look of that, of just like finishing a part of the border each month and like completely finishing a section of this WIP. I don't really like the idea of leaving it unfinished, like leaving a block unfinished to next month. But obviously my like schedule is just made by me, so I can move around if I want to. But this is what it looks like now. I'll show you like the full piece in a minute, but I'll talk about Rapunzel's block first. For this piece, I don't show before pictures because, like I said, I just did these 2 blocks. So the before picture is this. So I did the bird and the castle, as well as the leaves in the corner. And next time I work on it, I will finish the border of the Rapunzel block. In August, I did a total of 1,388 stitches. and I will work on this 4 days each month. I don't remember if this is the one that gets an extra day in the 31 days schedule, because I just have the 30 days in front of me because September has 30 days. But I think it might be. I think this one gets 5 days during the months that have 31 days. And this is what it looks like totally so far, with the nutcracker and little reds. I love this. Like, Soda Stitch is so fun to stitch. There are some Soda Stitch like stitch alongs now that I really love seeing, because I just love seeing other people stitching Soda Stitch because it is so fun. And all their designs are so cute. It's like, I love it. I think I told you I did 1388 stitches on this, right? Let's hope so. So yeah, this will get 4 days this month, and I will hopefully finish the border of the Rapunzel block. Oh, forgot to put the cover picture back, but yeah, so the prince and the horse is what I will be working on. I don't really have the big cover pictures printed out because I am out of colored ink. I need to order more colored ink so that I can like show you better. You'll notice that in my like haul section that my printer stopped working, or at least ran out of a color partway through me printing out cover pictures. My next project is my new starts. So because I finished Sweet Bee, I got a new start. This was already like planned before my sister asked for a gift, and yeah, when I was finishing Sweet Bee, I would start this. I knew that like a couple months ahead of time. So the thing I am working on is Ariel. The artwork is by Hannah Alexander, and it is charted by Make It Pink. And as you see, it's also in a beautiful bag. I won this bag on an Instagram giveaway, which was such a shock, but so amazing. It is by Teal Turtle Designs. She had reached a certain following amount on her personal account on Instagram and decided to have a giveaway of a few of her bags, and I absolutely love this one. It's like Alice in Wonderland's themes, and it's just so pretty, and I love it. I love the size of this bag as well. Like, this is my favorite sized bag that I have, because the A4 just fits into it so easily. Like, I love my other bags. Oh, I forgot to show you the fairy tale one. That's also by Jantina Stitches. But like for this one, the A4 doesn't fit. Like, I have to cut off a tiny part of it, which is fine. But with this one, it fits so easily, and I love it. So yeah, this is my favorite sized bag, definitely, and it's just so pretty. But anyway, this is the design I'm working on. It is really big. Like, I knew they were really big, but I didn't realize how big they were until I like started stitching it, which is kind of weird. This is the first time I'm doing anything on a hand-dyed fabric, because it's beautiful pink. It has some oranges in there as well. I don't know if how visible that is, but I think it's pretty accurate what you're seeing right now. It is Rose Petals from Pole Stitches, and I'm doing this on 32 counts, mostly 2/2, but there are some quarter stitches in there and 3/4 stitches. And where is my stitching? Here it is. I started in the middle on this one, and I am just working on her dress. So yeah, this gives you an idea of how big she will be, because it is really big. Let me zoom in a bit more on the area I worked on. So this is what I did. Everything you see is what I did because I started it in August. I have finished the first symbol, which was this area. There are still some holes that have beads in them. I am replacing all the beads with cry neck because I don't love the look of beads on a project. I don't love the 3D-ness of it. I know some people absolutely love that, but I just don't like the way it sticks out. But I do like the shine, so I'm replacing the beads with Crynex. But yeah, this was all one symbol, and now I am working on this part of her dress, which is a blend of this same color as well as the color that goes below it. So there are a lot of blends in this, and honestly, I think the effects look amazing. You can't really see it on mine yet because I've only just started the first blend, but I've seen a lot of like progress pictures of other Hannah Alexander designs by Make It Pink, and they all look amazing. So this is where I'm at. This is 1237 stitches. Let me fold her up. So yeah, I love this. It is the first time, like I said, that I'm doing anything on a hand-dyed fabric, so I'm like really careful with it because I don't want to ruin it or get it dirty because I know you can't wash them. So that's kind of like anxiety inducing, but it is also beautiful. So I don't think this will be the last thing I do on a hand-dyed fabric. What did I want to tell you? Oh yeah, right. I'm working on this for 4 days this month. So every month for 30 days, I'm working on this for 4 days. I should have looked to see which of my projects gets the extra day in the 31 month days, but I forgot. Anyway, I love this project. It is so pretty. I can't wait to get to her face. I'm probably gonna go all the way down first because that's the like boring part, because it's like a lot of block stitching and just like, well, it's her dress. Like her face is obviously the most interesting part, but I probably do that last because I usually work from the bottom up. So I think I want to just get to the bottom and then work up like normal. But you know, I might change my mind at some point. I might decide, oh, I'm really sick of dress. Let me go up so that I can reach her bodice and skin, like her arms and face and hair. Because even her bodice has like these shells and stuff and like a lot more decorations. So yeah. Anyway, I love that work. It's I think I said everything about it. Next is my oldest project. This is Aurora, artwork by Bente Schlick. It is a Dimensions Gold collection. I am really enjoying it now. For the longest time, I really did not like this project because it was just too complicated for me, I think. Because this was like the first counted cross stitch I ever bought. And it was just way too complicated for me at that age because I was like, I don't know, 11 when I bought it. So that was my main issue with it. Now I'm like way more experienced as a stitcher. I'm totally fine with it. Also, this section is kind of boring and I always start in the right. So now that I'm like at her, it's so much prettier. But I did a lot on this one. Like I usually only do like 500 to 600 stitches on this one. This month I did 1400. So this is my whip that is closest to a finish. So I think that's part of why I did so much. And I also reached the corner in the bottom. I think I did that last month, but like that made me really want to like finish it. So I did a lot on this one. Hopefully you'll have seen a before picture. This is what it looks like now. So I basically worked everywhere. I did more in this section. I think I already reached the bottom last month, but I did more like in here to like really do the background. And then I moved on to doing French knots and back stitching on this half. Don't know how visible that is, but there are a lot of French knots in there. The backstitching isn't very visible, but there's also not a lot in here. Like most of the backstitching will be in her, but since she's not finished yet, I didn't do that yet. I had heard so much about people hating backstitching on Dimensions kits that I was like pushing it away like entirely. But I was also like, if I keep doing that, I'll never end up with it finished because I'll have finished all the cross stitches and I'll probably never touch the back stitching or the French knots because I don't like French knots. Or I'm okay with it now, but I had a lot of practice doing all of these. Before this, I had only done a couple in my life. So I decided to just bite the bullet and do it, considering this half page was already completely finished. So yeah, I did that half with the French knots and the back stitching. And then I moved on to doing all of this guy. So yeah, I did a whole lot on this one. I'm now at like 78% on this. And at the beginning of the month, I was at 72. So I did 6% on this. I love it. And obviously the back stitching and the French knots are not counted in that percentage. But yeah, I love it. Who is it? I think it's Suki, the brown-eyed stitcher, who has a different dimensions kit where she has done all the backgrounds. There's also like a fairy lady in that, and she's like hasn't done the fairy at all yet, so she's like in the dress now, and I loved how that looked. So I'm kind of like doing the same thing now. Obviously I've already done a lot of her, but now I'm just like working on the background around her and the polar bear, so like the ground and the sky. So, which is also why I got so far, because that's all half stitches, but it's also like 5 strands mostly, which is so tiring on my hands. But yeah, I love the way this looks. This one has 4 days in the month because I can't work on it for too long because, like I said, my hand gets like hurts because of the 5 strands. Like it's a lot of pressure, but also I really want to get this finished because it's like my oldest and closest to a finish. So yeah, I've given this 4 months. I think this might be 16 counts. It is just whatever came in the kit though. So also, this reminds me, I've been watching Viking Stitches, who is also on Flosstube, and I'm in a couple of Facebook groups with her, and I love her videos. She just bought this kit. She went through like so much trouble getting this kit. Like, she lives in the UK, and I think she ended up having to buy it from the Netherlands to get it, and she was looking like all over, but I'm so excited to see her stitching on it. She is also stitching on a Make It Pink piece. I think maybe even 2, I don't remember, but she has one that's on like this beautiful like grayish fabric. It's a character from Zelda. I don't know which one because I don't really play Zelda. It's not like Link or Zelda, which are the 2 that I know, but it looks great. Yeah, absolutely check her out. She's amazing. I love her videos. So I'll link her in the description as well. I'll link anyone I've mentioned in the description, which, yeah, I think it's 4 people right now, but I'll look all of them up and put links in the description so you can go check them out because obviously I totally recommend them because I love watching them. But yeah, she doesn't have it yet. It's like with her aunt, but I'm so excited for her to get this because she loves this like kids, this pattern. And yeah, I'm excited to see her working on it. Have I shown you everything now? I have not. Oh, yeah. 6. This is the one where I can't remember if I actually showed it to you last month or not. I should have. I absolutely should have. Because I definitely worked on this in July. I started this in July. But I don't remember talking about it. So I think I might not have. But either way, I will just act as if I haven't. So you'll hear everything now. If you're new, you haven't missed anything. If you have been here before, you might get some repeats. But that's fine. This is a pattern by Taylor and Cromwell. It is based on the musical 6, which is a musical I'm going to see this month, and I'm so excited about that. Which is also why I started it in July, because I really wanted to really have a start on this before I went to see it. This is technically 6 different patterns that I bought in like a pack, but they're not patterned or like designed together. Like this black border isn't there. It's just 6 separate patterns. However, I love the way it looks like this. So I am adding the black pattern myself, the black border I mean, and I've decided to start by just doing the black border. So it's all just black. It's just blocks of like 100s. Sometimes it's not exactly 100 because it's not like exactly 100 wide and 100 tall, but like I love it. It's it can be quite boring stitching because it's just blocks of black, but I really like it. So I've started in the bottom right, so I'm mainly working on the border around Caffron Par, though I've also gone up on Seymour's a bit already. So yeah, this is done on 18 counts. I will show you a before picture if I think whether or not I've shown it last time, I have a picture of where it was at the beginning of August. So I will show you that picture. It is a big project again. And this is where I'm at. So like I said, it's just black, but this is like the height of one of the patterns, and this is the width of one of the patterns. It will go down here and meet up, which is probably what I will start working on in September. I think I would like to have like the whole section surrounding one of them finished, so par in this case. And yeah, this is where I'm at. I did 2,260 stitches in August and exactly 2,000 in July. And yeah, I really think it looks pretty. I did mess up my counting at some point because I obviously don't have a pattern for this, so just like written stuff down on paper, and I forgot to mark that I'd done a block of 100 stitches, which messed this up. But thankfully I noticed when I'd only gone here that it was one too high up, so I only had to frock like this much and then move it down. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And this is what the whole fabric looks like. It'll be a big one. If you've watched me before, or even if not, you might notice a pattern. I really love big projects. So I've been trying to look for like smaller projects that I can do and love, because obviously if I only do big projects, nothing will ever get finished. So in my haul, there's some smaller projects. Oh, also, like, this is how I keep track of the border. So it's a mess, but it works. So it is. This is not in a special bag. It's just in a laptop bag of my old laptop, which the laptop is broken, so I can't use it anymore, but I figured I could still use the bag. And then last but not least is my haul. So that is quite a bit. Like I said, my sister has asked me to make her like a Mickey Mouse project because she loves Mickey Mouse and Disney. And I went on Etsy and found a whole lot and showed her like 10 or 12 different ones, and she had two that she really loved. So I'm gonna make those two for her. I'm gonna start the first one of that in September. But the one I'm not starting yet that I'm gonna make for her is this one. Just like Mickey ears with like sayings, like quotes, and it's like in this house we believe in. Like a lot of those types of patterns are out there, and it's like in the form of a Mickey house. So that is one that I'm gonna work on. I've bought the fabric for this. It's just on plain white fabric. I think it's just on 16 counts. I don't remember. I have the fabric here, but the like seller, the shop didn't put like a note in, so I can like look it up in my email like what exactly I ordered, but I know where it's what it's for, so it's fine. I think it's 16 counts, maybe it's 18 counts. It's one of those two. Anyway, this one. And then when I went to the shop, they had like this deal where if you bought two projects, you got like 30% off, and the projects were pretty cheap. So I bought this one as well because it is so cute. The stripiness is because my blue ink ran out. That is not supposed to be there. But yeah, it is from Kiki's Delivery Service, which is a movie we had on VHS when I was a kid. And my sister also really loved this. This one I'm making for myself if I ever make it. But so I've seen it a lot as a kid because my sister watched it constantly, and I also really liked it. And it is so cute. So yeah. Also, the smile so he can make a good impression just feels so relatable to me because I'm autistic, and every time I have like a social interaction with people I'm not like super close with, I like, oh, I have to smile. I have to like appear approachable. I have to appear nice. I have to appear friendly. Like, I think so much about how I appear and what my face does, like the expressions my face make. So yeah, I loved this one. So since it was very cheap with that like sale they had, um, it I decided to buy it. It's not like a temporary sale. I think it's just something that the Etsy store, which is New Dream Stitch, has constantly, where if you buy 2 patterns you get 30% off. I think if you buy 5 you get a certain amount of percent off as well. But yeah, I just wanted this one as well. And the one that I am going to start on, I will try and put in a picture of, because this is when my printer had completely given up. So this is what I have. The colors are all wrong because there was no more blue ink. So there's a lot of blues and purples and greens in this that are not showing up because I only had the magenta and yellow ink left and the cyan was out. But at least it'll give you a bit of an idea of the design. Hopefully I'll be able to put in a picture of what it will look like with the actual colors. But this is what I'm going to start working on this month. And I've decided to do that on this fabric, which is, I believe, a 32 count. And I'm going to do it 2/2. And I'm gonna give this 5 days each month. So this is the one that gets the most time other than my Disney project. Oh, this is also a Disney project, but like other than my like really big Disney project, because this is a gift. And I want to keep this as like a gift slot because there are a ton of people I want to make gifts for. So when this is finished, I'll probably work on the other Mickey piece for my sister. But when those are finished, I will keep this slot of 5 days for a gift to work on, because there are already so many other things I want to stitch that are gifts. So yeah, I think I've now shown you everything and told you everything. I hope I haven't forgotten anything again. But yeah, I am so excited to try this new like schedule plan, because yeah, I still get to touch everything and I get an extra rip in there, which I love because I have so many things I want to stitch, but also want to be able to like make real progress on everything each month. And I think this is a good compromise of like having 7 whips but still having like real progress on them. Obviously there will be days I will get barely any stitches in, or I might not even get any stitches in at all. Whatever project happens to be going on that day will just have a bit of bad luck. But I can also like move things around if I want to. If I'm like really close to finishing the border on the fairy tales, I might continue that and give something else a day less or anything like that. That's obviously fine. This is just my own plan and schedule, but I am very excited about it. So yeah, I think that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know yet how long it will be before I have managed to upload this, since I will be trying out some new editing softwares. But I mean, this was filmed on September 1st, so however much later it is. Thank you so much for watching though. I really love all of the support I'm getting from you guys. It really makes me love this even more, and it makes me stitch more because I want to show you like all the progress I'm making. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next month with an update on how it is going with my daily schedule instead of like goals. So bye.